Welcome everyone. Our service is about to begin. I would ask if you have a cellular device to please turn it to the off position. Those of you who are online want to welcome you also. Officiating our service today will be Cantor Agnes Waldman from Oak Park Temple. Thank you.
We remember Illise Schwartz today and join our hearts together to give comfort and strength to her family. Mourning is a time filled with many emotions and memories, both bitter and sweet. We begin our service with the recitation of psalms and prayers, thus linking Lisa's life with the millennia-old tradition of the people Israel and the eternity of God. Psalm 121. Shir Ma'alot Esaina El Harim Me'ayin Yavo Ezri Me'im Adonai Ose Shamayim V'aretz Al Yitein Lamot Raglecha Al yanum shomrecha, hine lo yanum velo ishan, shomer Yisrael. Adonai shomrecha, Adonai tzilcha, al yad yeminecha. Yomam hashemesh lo yakeka v'yareach balayla. Adonai yishmorecha mikora, yishmor et nafshecha. Adonai yishmor et seidcha uvoecha me'ata ve'ad olam me'ata ve'ad olam. A song for ascents. I turn my eyes to the mountains. From where will my help come? My help comes from Adonai, maker of heaven and earth. God will not let your foot give way. Your guardian will not slumber. The guardian of Israel neither slumbers nor sleeps. Adonai is your guardian. Adonai is your protection at your right hand. By day the sun will not strike you, nor the moon by night. Adonai will guard you from all harm. God will guard your life. Adonai will guard your going and your coming, now and forever. I was looking for a good translation of Eshet Chayil, which is this poem about a woman of valor, and I came across this translation that, from what I learned about Lisa, really resonated. A mother of generations, a woman of valor. She is precious in the gifts that she has given to our family. Her children have found trust and truth in these gifts. We follow in patterns that she taught. She is robed in strength and dignity, and she smiles at the future. She opens her mouth with wisdom, and the teaching of kindness is on her tongue. We benefit and learn from her wisdom. May she always be credited for the fruit of her labor and her achievements. May she live on in glory. From Ecclesiastes, birth is a beginning and death a destination, and life is a journey from childhood to maturity and youth to age, from innocence to awareness and ignorance to knowing, from foolishness to discretion, and then perhaps to wisdom, from weakness to strength or strength to weakness, and often back again, from health to sickness, and back we pray to health again. From offense to forgiveness, from loneliness to love, from joy to gratitude, from pain to compassion, and grief to understanding, from fear to faith, from defeat to defeat to defeat, until, looking backward or ahead, we see that victory lies not at some high place along the way, but in having made the journey, stage by stage, a sacred pilgrimage. Birth is a beginning, and death a destination, and life is a journey, a sacred pilgrimage to life everlasting. Psalm 23. Adonai roi lo echsar bin ode sheyarbitzeni al mei menuchot yenaleni nafshi yishovev yancheni b'magilei tzedek yancheni b'magilei tzedek leman shemo gam ki elech begetz al mavet lo irara ki ata imadi shivtecha umishantecha hema yinachamuni taroch lefanai shulchan neged sorerai dishanta vashem roshi kosi revaya ach tov chesed yirifuni kol yemei chayai v'shavti beveit Adonai le'orech yamim. Adonai roi lo echsar Adonai roi lo would be the translation of Psalm 23 on the inside of your leaflets. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. I'd like to invite Jody Schwartz to come up and say a few words about his mother.
It is impossible to encapsulate my mom into just a few boxes. She lived a life overflowing with passion, friendship, love, and enthusiasm. I'll try to keep it to only a few boxes, but it may be impossible. Friendship. It takes a special kind of person to make friends everywhere they go. It takes an even rarer person to deepen those relationships year after year. My mom had friends from every part of her life. She maintained friendships with some of her grade school classmates for over 70 years. Just think about that. She vacationed to see college roommates not so long ago. She had so many groups of close friends that brought her so much joy in her life. She prioritized and loved every minute of playing mahjong. She mostly lost money. Going to Ravinia, taking trips to the North Woods of Wisconsin, or just having a nice meal. Her friends multiplied, but her relationships never faded. She somehow always had time for any friend in need. It's a rare blend that I hope to carry on. Nature is the second box. My mom took a job at Heller Nature Center once Jason and I were in elementary school and somewhat self-sufficient. It started as a part-time job, but it quickly became a passion for Mom. As she shifted to being a full-time natural educator, her love for nature grew. Led by Mom, we soon became a camping and hiking family. We took an amazing trip to Yellowstone and Grand Teton National Parks when I was a teenager that I still remember making a significant impact on me, realizing the beauty of the natural world. To this day, when I'm struggling with a decision at work, I take a walk to the park near our house to try and clear my mind, breathe in the fresh air, and get a new perspective. Some of my kids, Zach and Zoe's, favorite memories with Donnie are walking around Coromandel with her, looking at the swans and the ducks and feeding the birds. She instilled her love of nature and beauty we sometimes take for granted, but into two different generations. She did this effortlessly without ever telling you directly, but her passion and enthusiasm were magnetic. Family is the biggest box. There is likely no box big enough to contain her love for family. It was the light of her life. For as long as I can remember, my mom was there to support me and my brother, no matter what, no questions asked. She supported us, but ensured we found and embraced our own path. Lord knows I didn't always make the obvious choices, but I never got the I told you so lecture. She was wise beyond what my young mind could comprehend and let me figure out life for myself, and I'm so grateful for that gift. She also shared a special bond with Bonnie. Bonnie was not just her little sister. The two of them were the very best of friends. They supported each other through the ups and downs of life and saw the world through each other's eyes. But the best thing to see was their shared sense of humor. It was always so much fun seeing how much fun Mom and Bonnie made each other laugh. Mom, Bonnie, and Roger were always cracking each other up. Then they had so much fun together. They brought out the best in each other, and my mom was so lucky to have Bonnie by her side till the end. After I had kids, Nani, as she is famously known, loved the grandkids with all her heart. Some of their core memories are visiting Longboat Key each winter. We watched the birds, took boat trips to see the dolphins, took hikes to enjoy the natural surroundings. One of the things we loved most about these trips was having vacation happy hour on her patio overlooking the ocean. Nani somehow made snacks and drinks outside the most exciting part of the day, no matter what had happened. She taught us that indulging in happy hour at 5 is perfectly acceptable before dinner at 7 because, hey, it's vacation. My mom was really fun like that. My family keeps this tradition alive to this date. Whenever we look for a place to go, we make sure there is a great patio or deck where we can enjoy and have happy hour. Another core memory for me and my family is the Jewish holidays at Nani's. She was an amazing cook. Much to my wife's chagrin, I still say Nani's food was the best. But Diana knows it's true. Her Passover feasts were legendary. Her kugel and brisket recipes will live on for generations if I have any say. All matzo balls are measured by her standards and must be floaters. Must not be a dense sinker. Hopefully this gives you a glance into the amazing person my mom was. A person who had friends in every corner of her life, but maintained those relationships for a lifetime. A person who loved nature and instilled the love of nature into multiple generations. A true matriarch of the family whose love knew no bounds. I hope for myself and all of you that you have a life filled with as much passion, vibrance, and love as Illise Schwartz.
Mike Karsen.
Lisa and I were together for 15 years, and I remember our first meeting, first date. After we got through all the kind of little details, she told me this story that recently she had just come back from Colorado, and it was supposed to be a family trip, but as it turned out, due to circumstances beyond her control, everyone else couldn't make it, and there she was by herself. So should she go or not? And she went, and she found her way, and this kind of gave me a value that obviously I still remember to this day. She was strong, determined, and confident, and that was the kind of person I was looking for and I found. So the other thing, of course, that she was always proud of is that Jody here was part of fixing us up. And so she always said, oh, guess who fixed me up? My son. Wow. And that was really something special that people didn't, like, your son fixed you up, because he had a friend, one of his best friends, who was the son of one of my best friends. So obviously that worked out pretty well. So the other thing, and Jody touched on it a little bit, is Lisa's friends, and some of them are over here and over here, that she had and she kept even through some of her quiet times before she met me. And they're married couples, but they kept her. And, Lisa was a special person that they made room for, even though sometimes it's difficult. And that was kind of amazing. And the other thing that was amazing about these friends is they all kind of entertained each other. These were people that the women actually cooked and had dinner at their houses. Like, gee, this is kind of amazing people. And so Lisa was loved by these people. They took her in and they accepted me. And of course, that was another special value that I saw that she had. And, we traveled and she was always ready to go. Lisa had no fears. She wanted to go anywhere. Let's go to Italy. Sure, let's go to Canadian Rockies. We traveled quite a bit. Maybe the highest place we went was Machu Picchu, which was one of our last major trips. And that was quite a undertaking, but she was always ready to go. And we had some great travels together. And whatever. And the other thing we had, I think Jody mentioned a little bit, some of the vacations, first in South Haven, where the families came out. And we did have a limit, I think about 3 days is about all we could all do together. But we had some great times. And then, of course, in Longboat Key that Jody mentioned. The other great thing we did, which was kind of, a little bold, we had this annual cocktail party. And Lisa, of course, loved entertaining, loved having company, and we crammed about 40 people into our house for December, and it was just a very special time for us to welcome all of our friends in the same place. And the other thing, of course, Lisa and I had a great relationship, and I'm trying to think back of any time when I heard either of us kind of raise our voice and scowl at each other, or of course, never go to sleep angry with your mate. And the closest thing came, unfortunately, at the beginning of her illness. And the first time we had to go to the doctor, and of course, she didn't think anything was wrong with her. And she told the doctor, as we walked in the door, she said, I'm here under protest. I'm okay. Sadly, she wasn't. And through her illness, she never complained, she never cried, she never said, woe is me. why is this happening to me? She just was strong and did what we need to do, and to the end, she was a strong soul who never complained, and I treasure my time with her, and we all miss her and love her.
Would anybody else like to say any words in memory of Lisa? So there's very little that I can say that wasn't said by her family and loved ones and wasn't told to me on Monday by her sister and her two sons. But I'll just say, beyond being a loving wife to Mike, a devoted mother to Jason and Jody, a doting grandmother to Zoe, Zach, and Ian, a dear sister and best friend to Bonnie, and a friend to many. As was said before, Lisa was a lover of nature, having worked at the Heller Nature Center. And one little fact I learned was that her email address was naturelady1. And I think she probably deserved just to have Nature Lady. I'm a little sad that she had to add a character at the end, but beyond that, I learned that she loved biking, the botanic gardens, skiing, snowshoeing, the beach, springtime, wildlife, traveling, and being in God's nature. And her love of nature, her devotion to family and loved ones, and her embodiment of what it means to be the ideal friend reminded me of a poem by Johnny Hatchcock, "I do not think my song will end." I do not think my song will end while flowers, grass, and trees abound with birds and butterflies, for I am one with these. And I believe my voice will sound upon the whispering wind, so long as even one remains among those I call friend. I shall remain in hearts and minds of loved ones that I knew, and in the rocks and hills and streams, because I love those too. So long as love and hope and dreams abide in earth and sky, weep not for me, though I be gone, I shall not really die. Let's take a moment of silence in memory of Lisa. Please rise. El male rachamim, shochen b'mromim, hamitzei menucha nechona, tachat kanfei hashchina, im keroshim uteorim, כזוהר הרקיע מזהירים את נשמת עידית בת שמואל ועדיה שהלכה לעולמה. בעל הרחמים יסתיריה בסתר כנפיו לעולמים. ויצרור החיים את נשמתה, אדוני הוא נחלתה, ותנוח בשלום על משכבה, ונאמר אמן. God of abundant mercy, God most high, may the soul of our loved one who has gone into eternity find gift of perfect peace in your embrace. May Lisa Schwartz, with the holy and pure, whose light shines like the radiance of heaven, be lifted on the wings of the Shekhinah. Compassionate God, hold her close to you forever, so that her soul may be bound up in the bond of life eternal. May she find a home with you. May she rest in peace, And together we say, Amen. You may be seated.
This concludes our service here in the sanctuary. The interment will take place immediately at the family plots at Beverly Cemetery in Blue Island, Illinois. Following the interment, the family will be sitting Shiva at the Schwartz residence, 214 Downing Drive in Bloomingdale, Illinois, today from 4 p.m. until 8 p.m. That information is on the folder for those of you who are present. For those of you who are online, that information is available on our website. Memorial contributions may be made to the Dementia Society of America or to the Chicago Botanical Garden, and that information is also available on our website and is also located on your folders. For those of you who are going with the family today in procession, please make sure you obtain an orange funeral safety sticker. The sticker should be placed in the front passenger side of your windshield. We also ask that you have your bright headlights and hazard lights on at all times. For an additional measure of safety, our staff will be placing magnetic flags throughout the procession. As we drive in procession today, please drive as closely as safety permits to the vehicle in front of you at all times. We want to avoid any large gaps or spaces, especially as we go through the intersections. I'm going to ask everyone to rise as the deceased and the family are escorted from the chapel. Thank you.